All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more real fast video on Delphi because everybody's watching other channels. I'll be able to get this done without anybody interrupting me. My theories on the sketches. Now, if you all remember in the beginning of the videos that came out on the Delphi case, what did people say? They thought it was Mike Patie, didn't they? That's what they thought. They thought the other person looked like another person, a family member, whatever. And here's my theory that the witnesses, and this explains why the witnesses haven't been out, saying what they think they saw. What I think is the witnesses possibly was there and did see Mike Patie, but they were there when the search was going on. So they went ahead and told the authorities that these are the people we seen out there, which describes number one sketch, which describes number two sketch, and probably describes number three. And we also had Anthony Greeno that said he was in Delphi that day. Was Greeno out there searching? And they seen these people. It's very possible that they did see them people out there at the bridge that day. Very possible, but only after. Hold 1 minute, folks. Yeah, there's a lady. Yeah, we already talked to her. Oh, okay. So no need to see if we need anything. So here's the thing. So that was it. I told her, well, she sounded like she was in distress. She didn't sound like she was confused. She thought she knew. She does know. So she comes back tonight. We'll go from there. As of right now, like I said, the rules. Did I do anything wrong? I didn't know if I made a mistake by calling you, but she was hobbling along. You feel like we need to go? Okay, for the record. My apologies. I know you got stuff. My apologies once again. How long, guys? The water treatment. How long is that going to take? All right, where were we? Yes. Now, here's my theory that the witnesses, hello, Aries Fright. Hello, Mrs. Debbie Fox. I didn't, God, I didn't let, she don't, dang it. All right, where was I? Yes. And you know what? Miss Zabgirl has some good points. You know how they everyone's wondering, well, how did they disregard them two sketches? Well, I believe is because them two sketches or three sketches were the family members. Because everyone was saying, well, that looks like Mike Patie. Well, coincidence that Mike Patie was out there that day looking for the girls. The other people say, well, the one sketch looks like the one guy. It's very well possible they were out there searching for the girls and the witnesses. Well, the witnesses were there during the search and possibly not there when the murders occurred. Does that make sense? Does any of that make sense? If it does, then it doesn't. That's all I wanted to say, folks. I do want to thank Mrs. Debbie Fox for being here. I know she don't. She's got a lot better things to do. I know that. I want to thank Erie Fries for being there, or Erie Fires, of course, Psycho Battle. But that's my theory. That's why they disregarded it. And in the footage of the mother talking, well, we're interested in that guy. And then the police said, well, we're not interested in that guy. And I think that was because that first sketch possibly was one of the searchers that was there. Now, I could be wrong. The second sketch could have been somebody that was there, but during the search, where are the witnesses? How come they haven't come forward? 7 years have gone by. They discarded them photos or them sketches. Why? Because possibly them sketches were of the family members. Is that way off? That like Zabgirl was going, why did they disregard the first sketch? Well, possibly because it looked like Mike Patie. And he was out there searching for the girls. The other sketch, the younger guy who was out there, I don't know if Greeno's been saying he was there that day. It might have been Greeno out there searching for the girls. And actually, the witnesses ended up saying it was people that were already out there. Why would people do that? Well, for fame, or their 10 minutes, or wanting to be a part of something. Very possible. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it is very possible that that's what happened. Very possible. That's why they disregarded the sketches and said, we're not looking for this guy anymore. We cleared him. We're not looking for this guy no more. We cleared him. This sketch. We're not looking, we can clear that one. It's possibly because they were family members. Something is really fishy about this case, folks. When you have the family members coming out now saying that things were very crazy, you know what? I'm going to listen to my mod. I'm done with the crime. I'm done with the crime solving cases. If Sherilyn and Sharon dropped everything and head for Moron High Bridge, why? I usually miss his lives. Anything on Delphi. I don't know. Eerie Fire. That I don't know. I'm just trying to explain why they got rid of sketch number 1, sketch number 2. Heck, people were saying bridge guy looked like Mike Patie, which very well possibly could have been somebody found the phone and recorded Mike Patie coming down. That's possible. That's possible. We really don't know. I'm just saying given my theories of why the police said, well, we're not interested in this guy no more because we've cleared him. And we're not interested in this guy no more because we cleared him. We're not interested in this guy no more. Pay attention to this third sketch, right? And it's very well could be that there was actually nobody near the crime scene when the murders occurred. And the only other theory I have is the witnesses were plants to direct people away from the truth, possibly. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, right? But the sketches also do look like people that were suspects. I mean, this is a crazy case. I'm done with all this case stuff. Done with it. Done with it. Nope. Done with it. Done with it. Well, let me see what Aries Price says. Well, in that case, old rumors said AS account came from the Patie household. Just an old rumor. I don't know. They're saying the one account that a girl was fake. That supposedly, now this is just rumors, that Anthony Greeno was dating and she died, but they used that account to also lure people. Now I don't know if that's true. I have no idea. I really don't, to be honest. But I'm just giving my theory of why they cleared these sketches. And it's possibly because they were people that were there, but they were actually there after the murders, and they were the searchers. Now that's very possible. And I'm paying attention right now to the sister and to Mike Patie, or not Mike Patie, the sister and Doug Carter. When Doug Carter interviews her, it's very, very interesting. It's very something, I don't know. That it's almost like Doug Carter's onto something, and maybe he knows something we don't know. I don't know. But it's very interesting. There is record of Greeno's Emily Ann. Yeah, that's her name. Emily Ann. That's her name. Now, I don't know if that's true. That was another YouTuber putting a video out that I see. That Anthony Greeno used to date her and she came up missing. Now, I don't know if that's true or she's dead or something like that. But that account was used to talk to people or something, to lure people or something like that. That I seen in another video, which very could be possible. I don't know. It might not have had anything to do with Greeno, other than Greeno just dated her or whatever. He was at the wrong place at the wrong time, right? But supposedly that account, Emily Ann, was somebody he dated, and they might have took that and tried to set Greeno up. For all we know, I don't know. I really don't know. It's very interesting, though. Greeno used to be a neighbor to Nicole Bowen as well. Holy crap. This just keeps getting more crazier and crazier. Unbelievable. Something's not right with this case, folks. I'm just going to say that. But something very, very, very not right. And now all we could do really is wait. But you got to play it by ear. Nobody's going to solve this case. There's so many players in the game. There's too much stuff in it. The only ones that are going to solve it is let the police do their job. Let the Federal Bureau of Investigation do their jobs. And in court, wait for court and keep a lookout for any more arrests in the case. Right? And I do think they made arrests. in this case, but these people charged were charged with lesser charges. That's what I think. I think there has been a lot of people questioned, and I think the police have been doing a job. And even Doug Carter, I think, gave a hint to somebody that was leading them on a wild goose chase and said, "You didn't think we'd change our tactics. You didn't think we would do this and do that." And then Doug Carter gave me a clue. Don't pay attention to his face. We want to know about his body and his gait. And that's what we did. Paid attention to the way he walked down the bridge, his hand gestures, his body. If you look at the one photo that's out of Bridge Guy, his one shoulder is straight. The other shoulder is cocked way down. Did you see that photo? Go to Zab Girl's photo. She just did a video a couple hours ago. She posted the first photo of Bridge Guy. A still. It looks like the guy's got a giant mustache. Go to that and look at it. One shoulder is perfectly straight, the other shoulder a dramatic angle down. Somebody manipulated the photos. Somebody did something, because I showed that photo to somebody. I'm like, "This is Bridge Guy." They're like, what is that? It looks just like a mess of faces. And I was like, "That's it. That's the whole thing." We're looking at photos that somebody put out, redid their own thing on it and put it back out. Now we're looking at somebody that, I don't know what that was. It looked like one of the sheriffs, right? The Togaby or whatever his name was that was walking down. This is the only case where the police are suspects. That's phenomenal. That right there is phenomenal. Did Zap Girl do a 10-hour live? No, not that I know of. She might have. I don't know. I've always thought, let me see what Aries Fry says. I always thought it was a ring of drug dealers and pedos. They didn't expect this much. And no, now people are, I was on the same wavelength, Aries Rise. I was on the same wavelength. Uh, Something wasn't jiving. And these guys were on camera talking about they belong to some club that ride motorcycles, initiation and all this. But these people took them videos down right away. And that just didn't make sense to me, right? Even Mike Patie, I believe, rode Harleys. I think we know what's going on, or have a theory of what's up. And I'm staying out of it. I'm done with this. I'm going to listen to my mods and getting too crazy. Getting too crazy for me. If anyone has anything to say, to voice your opinions, if I'm way off, you're allowed to say I'm way off. But I think it's possibly that's what happened. Is the witnesses might have been out there when the search was going on. If not, well, let me explain something, folks. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be the head honcho. I'm trying to voice the facts. And the facts are, it's an ongoing case till this day. Not even the family has been cleared by police. Not even the family has been cleared yet by police. The police are claiming no one has been cleared. All these people that were questioned are still suspects. No, and I've been saying that. It's still an ongoing case. Nobody released this information, but these people that were actually suspects in the case. And that's all I could say. That's it. That's all I want to say. This is too bad. It's just, let me see what Aries Rice is. I pulled my YouTube profile pics from the BG videos. I pulled my YouTube profile pics from the BG video. Hey, I had a lot of people on that list. I still do. I still do today. People that look similar to Bridge Guy and Voice Guy. So until the police come out and say this case is closed, this case might go on forever. And the only thing I can come to conclusion of is it was a ring, like we all been thinking, some kind of a club ring, gang, drugs, sex, or whatever. I don't know. To me, it looks like Bradley Grigsby. I don't know. Some people are saying it's Brad Holder. It's Brad. It's which Brad Holder looks like Matt Sullivan, right? Brad Holder shaved and looks like Matt Sullivan. I mean, I think the police got the wing wham, the shim sham, and I think hell is about ready to open up on some of these people. I think the police are smarter than what these people think. Look at Psychobabble trying to get me to say down. You idiot. What an idiot. No, Psychobabble. You ain't going to try and set me up for it. And I'm letting other people know. You got to be careful because these people that we're onto, them themselves are trying to make other people look like they're guilty. So we're onto their crap. I think we're pretty much onto their shenanigans. Here's the thing, folks. It's an ongoing case. I think we're on the right track with the people they have caught and the people they caught before this. And, and another thing, Chadwell. Chadwell was known for telling people he belonged to some club. He even slept underneath the bridge at Delphi. He had the same gait. He had the thick build. Like some people are saying, well, Bridge Guy looks pretty thick in the chest. And his shoulders are angled down and everything. Well, right away, I had Chadwell as one of the guys. And believe it or not, I also had Sean Harmon as one. Because at that time, Sean Harmon looked different than what he looked when he came onto the YouTube scene. When he came onto the YouTube thing, he looked totally, if you go on his Facebook and see some of his photos, he had that, he was bigger, right? He did have a bad leg on the right leg, his right knee or whatever. And he fit that height description that was between 5'6" and 5'10". I thought it was actually 5'11" or something. And that makes sense because Sean Harmon claimed that he knew the killer was his dad. And you know what? For all I know, it was Dennis Harmon. But I can't say it was Dennis Harmon with the bridge guy we're seeing. You got to give me something closer. You got to give me something closer than that. You got to give me something close. You got to give me something closer, or some kind of DNA that says Dennis Harmon was bridge guy. Right? You got to give me something more. Yes, Erie. And what does that point to? Well, anybody that was sitting back listening to all this, and there has been a lot of names thrown out. Now, I haven't thrown these names out for any reason. I threw Greeno's name out there because Greeno is the one that claims he was questioned in the case and the police took his phone. Harmon was questioned numerous times. Even the great Michael Catt, which I liked Michael Catt, and numerous other people. Mike Patie's name was thrown out there. He was a suspect. The sheriff, Toby Opson or whatever his name was a sheriff, was also thrown out by other people as a suspect. Right? Very, very mad. And if it is what the police are saying, well, then it makes sense. It's some ring, some pedo ring, and they're using YouTube channels as fronts, possibly. I don't know. I have no idea. Right? I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't have the evidence in front of me. I couldn't tell you who the. If I had the evidence, then I can say yes. If I heard all of the video, seen all the video, heard the recordings, all of it, then I could say, well, yes, we're on the right track. Do I think they're on the right track? I think so. From what I can hear with the video and see of the footage, uh, they picked up Richard Allen for a reason. Um, if something didn't connect between Keegan Klein and Richard Allen and the other people they've been locking up, I don't know what to say. Ring, yes. Drugs, probably. Kitty trafficking and there's big money in that. Like I said, even the mafia didn't like it, despised it. I know Sammy Bolgravano couldn't stand it. He could not stand it. He came out and said that. But the bosses were making big money, so they allowed it. But really, even a couple other mafiosos were saying, that's what they did for money, but we did not condone it. We went along with it because the boss. But their own opinions, they couldn't despise these people. They said they would have killed them themselves. So, I mean, it's unbelievable. We don't know. And I don't even want to know anymore. I really, people, 7 years we've been going on. People have lost interest. People are like, it's just a devil case, some kind of witchery, sorcery down there. We'd be better off just walking away from it. It's demonic something. Or either that or there's these people are directing people away directly for the 360,000. And if you remember, that was the reward. But now it's dropped down to 260,000, not 300, right? If a judge is facing charges, all they all they have to do is resign and they won't be charged. That's what Fouts did. No, we don't. I couldn't tell you about the law about that. I wouldn't go to Mrs. or Mr. Uh, Erie's fire. That I would not know. I don't know anything about that, you'd be better off to go into one of these channels that know law, right? But you might be right. If the judge is facing charges, all they would have to do is resign, and there won't be no charges. Or we don't know that, but I don't know. I'm not too swabby on the law thing. You might want to go to these other channels and see. I know this much: the law is the law, and it is against the law in the United States to show any photo of a minor in a murder case uh, or nude. That's the law. Felony. So I don't know what they're doing. It is a madhouse. I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. Don't even let me know any more information. I don't want to know. I don't want it. I don't even want to know anymore. So sad. But my condolences to all the families. And really, the only one suffering 7 years later is still Abby and Libby and the other girls that were missing in Delphi, Indiana, and Lafayette area. And the case goes on. And there's got to be something more to this case that we ain't hearing or we ain't seeing. I can't figure out why they discarded the first couple sketches and moved on to another sketch. The only thing I can think of is they tracked it down, and then people were the family. But they were there searching. And that means the witnesses might really not have been witnesses at all. Does that make sense? Anybody? Anybody? Tell me if that makes sense. Where the witnesses might not have actually been witnesses. They were there, but they were there at the wrong time. Just a theory. Just a theory. That's it. 100% true. I don't know. 100% is that Richard Allen on the bridge? I'd have to see a closer photo. Or if the police said we got DNA on him, Johnny, it's him. You all right then? All right, I believe you guys. But until I see a closer photo, I can't say that's Richard Allen yet. He looks 5'10", but then in other videos he looks 5'4", right? Small, short stuff. I don't think it. I don't know, folks. I'm not saying Richard Allen is bridge guy. He might be, but I need something more than that. He could have been there, but he was the patie. He came there. He might have helped, had a hand in it, and therefore was used by the real killers or the madman. And I don't know. And I keep getting attacked for it on this channel, and people that come into my channel, they get attacked, and people are getting attacked and everything. And here, I don't make no money on this channel, and for dang sure, if I wanted to make money on this channel, I ain't gonna do it in crime. I'll do it in playing music and movie skits and comedy and outdoor videos. I ain't gonna do it on two young little girls because I wouldn't want people to do that to my little girls or my sons. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You folks you're good at what you do on your channels, and you deserve to be paid if people are donating it or whatever. Everyone sees everything different, and everybody has different morals. That's all I can say. Carter said there were upwards of 50 people there that day. Holy crap. No one's seen nothing. No one heard nothing. It was like a church mouse around there. The girls didn't scream. There's no sign of the girls that. My stomach is turning right now. Look, this is unreal. 50 people there. Well, Aries brought fire. You remember little Kelsey or whatever her name was said when they dropped the girls off, she could have swore she seen other girls there, 20 girls, that they were all supposed to meet there or something. But then that story changed. And my heart bleeds for the family. Mrs. Patie, or the grandmother, she had cancer. That was horrible. Uh, just horrible. And then to lose two girls, it's just unreal. 20 people. Yes, that was Kelsey's. That's what Kelsey said. Yes. And right away, I went into trafficking mode. Okay, where are the other 20 girls? All right. Kelsey or Abby and Libby was a diversion. And we got more missing girls. But everybody said, you're crazy. It was no trafficking. It was none of that. Okay. But still explain where these 20 girls were, or 20 people that was there. And it very well could have been a trafficking thing. And the two girls were a diversion. They had to go while the other 18 girls were trafficked amongst this club that these guys were talking about on YouTube. Right? They found Chadwell with one of them locked up in his basement. I can't do no more. I can't help no more. I just can't. My mod is right. It's just madness. This is the only case I've had trouble with. Gabby Petito, I had no troubles. Even the Kylie Rodney, did a couple videos on them, didn't have no troubles. The rest of these, the Delphi case, big troubles. Summer Wells, big trouble. Something ain't right, folks. God bless America. That's all I can say. Does anyone have any other questions before I end this video? My stomach is in knots right now, Jim. I think it was a planned kidnapping, because there were two. I think first they said there was three. Now it was just Abby and Libby. And I went off on, okay, well, what was the girl they found chained up in Chadwell's basement, the third girl that was out there, right? But that was wrong. But at least we did get Chadwell on the girl chained up in his basement, 9 or 10 years old, I think she was, or 10 or 11 or something like that. I think they were knocked over the head and taken somewhere. Yeah, like Erie's right, good opinion. We thought that too, because there was no blood trail anywhere. No blood trail at all. At least not from the top of the bridge. And I knew there was I knew there was more. I knew there was more video and recording, because the police came out and said they believe that the girls met their demise on this tape. That's why they did not release it all. It was too gory, or it was too yucky, or whatever. But you can't get to the spot where the girls were found in 49 seconds from the top of the bridge. So that didn't make sense. I knew there had to be more or something, either more video or more recording. But then again, the police said there was more recording, but they did not release it for specific reasons. So we knew, but everybody insisted that that's it. There is no more video. There is no more recording. There was only 49 seconds, and that's it. There is nothing more. Well, then how did the girls come to death when you can't get from the top of the bridge to where the girls were at in 49 seconds? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 40. You can't, there's no way. He would have had to have done the girls right there at the top of the bridge and carried the bodies. If that was only 49 seconds of video. The whole crap that the whole family tried to get a hold of the girls. No one can get a hold of them, stating that the phone was shut off or the battery just went completely dead. But then the police on video said they got a call at 2:00 in the morning. Another officer said they got a ping from the girl's phone late at night. Which in the beginning of this case, they said the phone was pinging all over town, but then that changed. No. Well, where'd this information come from? Girl 3 could be Jerome Wise' girlfriend, who he killed just days later. I don't know. I have no idea. There are a bunch of players in the game, and I don't know. But I'm going to end this video. I got chores to do more, and I got to clean up around here. I got to get something to eat. I'm starving. These are just my opinions and theories, folks. Do I know for 100% anything? No. No, I don't know, because I don't have the proof, and I wasn't there. So I have no idea. I'm just going off all the information out on videos, all the documentation that we've been reading, which is all public stuff you can look up. Old news footage of when the search, the night of the search. Good luck on finding most of these videos. I have no idea what happened to them, but there's a lot of people asking, well, what happened to that video that we watched like 4 years ago? Who knows? We all been trying to look for them. Where'd they go? Probably in the Ethernet somewhere. Lost in the Ethernet. Who knows? Maybe the creators took them down. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura E., hello. Thank you for showing up. Aries Fire, thank you for showing up. Once again, these are only my theories, my speculations, my thoughts. No law broken. I don't know. I want to thank also my one mod that came in, Mrs. Debbie Fox. I know she's a very busy lady. Thank you, Mrs. Debbie Fox. Let me see what Aries Fryer says. SA is a big part of this case. You know what? She might be right. We don't know if the girls were SA'd or not. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Yes, Aries Fire. You might be right about that. We don't know. We really don't know. We don't know. All I can say is, Lord, give the authorities Jesus, in Jesus' name, give the authorities help in solving this case. Give them power to solve this case. In Jesus' name I pray. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Once again, my apologies, Mrs. Debbie Fox. I know you're busy and you can't be here with these videos. And you know what? She's right. This Delphi case is just mad. It's drove us all mad. You ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. I might be back later tonight with a nice fire, maybe some music and relaxing, or just a fire, just chilling. Maybe I need a break from YouTube. I probably need a break. I don't even listen to myself sometimes. Have a good night, gentlemen. Have a good night, ladies. God bless.